1045 The Beat, Off The Beat interview, inside a men's closet, east side location here with T Grizzly.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
With no effort. 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 I could do this with no effort. You know I do this with no effort. I could do this with no effort. None. Shoes took a house, I took that whole to town. Play my role so good after I hit, I took a ball. Take some pound for a pound. Take your time, take it serious. I'm curious. Should I buy me?
Alright, so you have this mixtape out called My Moment.
Right.
And it pretty much goes to say that you are having your moment. This is definitely your moment, fitting.
Right.
So I read somewhere that you said that you expected First Day Out to do maybe like 20,000 plays or views in the first, month?
First month, yeah.
In the first week it did, 2 weeks it did what, 1 million?
No, it did 2 million in 2 weeks.
2 million. I checked the video this morning, it's at like 38 million, so yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. My question to you is, because I know a lot of artists probably want to know this, like, how was First Day Out able to go so viral so fast?
I feel like the best thing I can say about it is my story is so relatable. Either somebody that's been through what I've been through or know somebody that's been through it. So it's going to touch bases or hit home with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that's it because there's some other stuff that went viral that ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. If I had the formula, I'd do it every time.
Right. So it's completely organic. All the views that you got from it, all the plays, the listens, completely just, nobody like massively retweeted it and it just went wild. Like it just completely organically just got that many views.
Yeah.
Now, you wrote it while you were locked up in prison. You said that you wrote it while you were sitting in your bunk.
Right.
What was the energy like as you were writing that? Because I noticed that when you write, you don't write to any beats. You just write. You're a writer first.
Right.
So what was the energy like as you were writing it?
I mean, it was like how I write any other one. It's just be like, I'll be chilling and something just hit me. I don't never force it when I write. You know, you can't force or rush creativity. So ain't nobody really know about the case I caught. So while I'm writing, I'm just trying to inform people on what happened and how I ended up in here and all this and that. So that's what it was.
Like a little bit more into that, something I think that's so cool about you that I was watching another interview is that you actually write your songs and then you find a beat or instrumental or producer to create basically a beat around your song.
Right.
How do you know when you found the beat? Like, how do you know when you found, like, that's the one? Did your producer decide? Do y'all collab? Is it all you? How do you know?
Cause like, for example, right, Day Ones or How Many, I write them songs with a certain rhythm and certain beat already in my head. And once the producer make the beat, if it sound like it's going in a different direction, once the beat is made, I know that ain't it. It got to be the exact same way. I got to be able to say it.
Tempo that you heard in your head.
It got to be the same speed. I got to be able to say it the same way I wrote it, or it ain't it.
Now, while you were in there, you said that you were reading a lot of books, and that's why now, like, when you go through, like, your social media feed, you actually read through almost everybody's messages to you. What book would you say was the most influential to you in there, and why?
It's two of them. Let me remember the other one. One book is called The Shack. It's like a religious book, but it ain't the typical religious book. It's like, it enlightened me on a whole lot. You know, it's a Christian book, but it ain't your average. It don't say the same stuff. It's different. That's one of them.
Why would you say that one was one of the most important ones or most memorable to you?
Because it's like, before I read the book, like I said, it's a religious book, right? Before I read that book, if somebody would have asked me, like, do you love God? I would have said yeah, because that's the right thing to say, or I feel like I'm supposed to say it. After I read that book, I can really genuinely say I love him. I can really genuinely say I know that he loved me after reading that book.
Around that time, would you say that you also wrote Testimony? Because I know that that's a track where it's almost like you have a personal conversation with God.
No, I wrote Testimony when I first went in. I feel like I needed a song that catered to him. Because I got songs for everything else. I needed one that catered to him. You know. Another book that it was a book called How to Buy Houses with No and Low Money Down. It's a real estate book, right? But the game that they giving you, you can apply it to all different parts of life. Like they telling you how to hustle, basically. But they saying it in real estate, but you can apply it to anything you want to.
When we're done with this, I want you to write that name of that book down, and I think we all can benefit from that book.
For sure.
So, you know, on First Day Out, you say how your first opera was 30 years. Other than, I guess, like the grace of God, you did play a part in actually being your case yourself, right?
Right.
You read up on some stuff, right?
Right. I had people from outside sending me law and sending me cases that were similar to the case that I caught, and people that did more than what I did got less time than what they were trying to give me. So I knew something was wrong right then and there.
So was there one specific thing that you found that was able to, I guess, clear your case?
The thing that got me out of it, right, and it's the only thing that got me out of it. I had a sledgehammer when I ran in the jewelry store, and they tried to charge me with armed robbery because the sledgehammer, they said it was a weapon. What I read in the law book, it's two things that can only be considered as a weapon: a deadly weapon and a dangerous instrument. A deadly weapon is something that's just used to threaten or harm somebody. A dangerous instrument is something that had a purpose in a crime and then is used to threaten somebody. The sledgehammer I used, it had a purpose, which was to break the glass. After I broke that glass, I had no more use for it. I ain't threatened nobody with it. I ain't lifted up. Nobody was ever in harm's way with it. Because after I broke the glass, I dropped the hammer. So.
But that was on your cases when you were charged?
Yeah.
Got it.
They couldn't label that as a weapon. So that's what got me out of it.
Now, I seen where you had said that your next project is seen to have some more West Coast beats and South beats. What can we expect from the next project coming out?
The next project, the first project was my story, the struggles, the prison, and coming out and seeing people's true colors. This story on my album is gonna be the same, my life, but in a different aspect, how I feel to come from nothing and experience what I'm experiencing now. How I feel to be overwhelmed by having your freedom back after years, on top of getting all type of love from the music. It's just, I'm telling my story, it's a different chapter of my life.
You know, First Day Out is like such a strong record to come out with, and like I said, I can't relate to probably anything that you're talking about your song, but that song does something to my soul, and when I'm in the club, it's that song for me.
Because it's real.
It is real. So my last question to you is like, how important do you feel like your voice is right now for the current state of hip hop?
I feel like it's important because, like I say, it's a lot of people that have been through what I've been through, or they know somebody that's been through it. And I don't feel like it's nobody that's telling the story like that and still making it interesting. Like, I don't know no song you can play in the club that's a autobiography and still can get people to turn up.
Right, with no hook, no chorus, just going in.
So I feel like it's important that I keep putting it out there, that creativity.
Nice. Well, there you have it. Brittany Elise, DJ MK, T Grizzly, Inside Men's Closet.
Joy Robes, with the money long as 6 mile, brick mile, knock your hop down, pick her up, knock her back down, pull her tracks out. Yes, I slap girl, yes, I slap dog, yes, I slap loud, yes, I slap a in his soup if he act out. Yes, I caught cases on the road with them killers, bro. Kill me if I snitch, cause if you snitch, I'm gon' kill you. Spent a lot of time on the yard with them gorillas, stood tall. Did I let them told me quit being silly? I know for a fact your DMs get wet for getting new, cause I do it better, plus I'm doing better than this. I'm at home.